What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Boîte Noire Radio. I am your host, Alistair, and
Beefy with the anxiety. Your favorite
so,
shit talking squirrel.
okay. Now, listen to me very closely. Look, first of all, understand that this is a space, it's a safe space that we talk about anything and everything. And if you don't have an open mind, you can just simply
Get the fuck out.
exactly.
GTFO, baby.
Okay. Have an open mind, join the discussion, and let's have a good time. We can all be friends and have disagreements. We don't always have to say yes to everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so Beefy, how was your week? Go.
It was good, man. It's so busy. It's just like there's not enough time for anything. It's just between YouTube and work, and I've got all these corporate functions, making new friends. It's just yeah.
Oh, you're making new
Busy,
friends.
busy. Yeah.
I'm jealous. What do I
Yeah.
fall into that ladder?
Huh? Yes, of course you do.
All right.
Tippy top of that tier.
Hey, listen. Isn't it when you go to a corporate event? Isn't it super exhausting?
Yes.
It's not as what people think it is. It's like you think it's a party, but no, your brain have to be on. You can't be poop faced. You have to have your wits about you.
I am dreading this. I got out of it last time because I was still pretty fresh in my recovery, and like honestly, those events are really triggering for me. Like I had a really bad relapse one time from a company Christmas party where everybody was drinking around me, and I ended up just getting pressured and having a beer, and like that was it. I was off to the races like later that night. I was doing I won't get into the details, but doing bad things. So yeah, those events are hard for me. So tomorrow's going to be a big day for Beefy. He's got to
control himself.
Yeah, put on his game face, be corporate Beefy.
Yeah.
I got to do it though. It's part of the appearances are part of the job.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper because I'm a curious creature. So you had a beer, and then the beer led to it just escalated to a point where
pretty much as soon as that beer touched my lips, I couldn't wait to get out of there to go pick up.
Wow. One day, Beefy, I really want to explore the situation. Maybe not today, but definitely one day. I'm curious. I have so many more questions. Anyway,
I'm an open book. For today, how was your week?
No, my week was hell. Listen to me. So Olympia was sick last weekend, and Olympia is my daughter, for those who don't know.
You were going to take her to the doctor. What happened?
Yeah, I had to take her to the doctor. So the daycare that we brought her to gave her milk, and she's allergic to milk. And they messed up 2 times. Look, long story short, they didn't follow protocol. They messed up big. Now, from a legal standpoint, it's a huge exposure, but not everything deserves to be a lawsuit because that's headache. Now, she stabilized on Sunday, but between Thursday and Saturday, because she was admitted to the hospital on Friday, it was just nothing but worry and hell. I don't know. Of course, you don't have kids, you don't know, but when you have a little toddler, an infant, being admitted to the hospital, forget it. Yeah. Like you're like, oh, what? When the doctors are worried, I'm trying. You try really hard not to freak out, but I was freaking
it's gotta be so hard. Even like when I went to take my dogs to the vet, it's like you want to help them. It's like worse than being sick yourself because you just want to help them so bad.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
Yeah. So that's been my week, really. And then there's an expression that it's a French expression where like you picking your dress off the floor. So if you imagine like a woman getting married in a big wedding dress, right, and she needs to go pee, right? It's like
all of her friends need to help pick her.
They have to pick up the dress, right? And then she has to pee. So that expression is like getting your ish together. Is like I'm still picking up my dress off the floor. So this whole week I've been busy trying to pick up my dress off the floor, but I couldn't find my freaking ankles. So I'm still picking up my dress off the floor because when the kid is sick, life doesn't stop. So
I love that reference too.
That expression.
The bride, she can't do it by herself. Right?
Exactly.
Like she needs somebody to come into the stall to help her pick the big dress up. Just like all of us need a little hand sometimes.
Look,
we all need a hand and can't be too ashamed. Yeah, let's see it.
I give you a visual, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right? By my legs.
Yeah.
By my legs.
You can't see it, but I'm doing it too. Like I can just imagine the whole thing stuffed up in her lap. Like
exactly. I was sitting here stuck trying to pick this damn dress off the floor, and I couldn't fucking see my ankles. So that was my week. Just too busy wearing a dress.
Well, what did, I might have missed it. What did the doctors say about Olympia? She is sick.
Yeah, she got stabilized. She developed 2 secondary infections, and so she ended up having colitis.
What is that?
Inflammation of the intestines, and that led to severe inflammation. That led to a whole bunch of other stuff. So they wanted her on antibiotics just to control the infection. She did develop an infection. Even the doctor was like, whoa, you can't go home. Because I just brought her there because, I think I told you, I like to double check. Just let's go see a professional. Let's just get someone who knows what they're doing to double check the situation. And thank God I did. Because otherwise it was like, okay, well, let's just write it out. No, she was pretty inflamed, pretty swollen down there.
Did she have a fever?
She did have a fever.
Oh, so the thermometer in the butt thing, I was right.
Yeah, she did have a fever. Actually, that was the when they checked her temperature, I saw the face of the doctor, and
you knew right away.
He looked worried. And I told the doctor, I said, look, you don't have to argue with me. It's a yes. If you say it's a yes, it's a yes. There's no need for conversation. What do you think? She stays in? He's like, yep. Then she stays in. You don't need to convince me.
Oh, so she had to stay overnight. That must have been so hard for you.
Yeah. She had to stay overnight. Well, we all did, really. Yeah.
Oh, so you stayed with her?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless you. So you stayed a night at the hospital this week?
Yes.
Wow.
Like everything is sore from just not.
Yeah. I've had to do it, man. That's forget the physical pain of sleeping standing up. It's just the emotional turmoil of just like, oh, just get better. It sucks.
Yeah, and she was crying nonstop the entire time.
Oh man, I'm so sorry, my friend.
Yep.
It's no good.
But this dress is hard to pick up. Very heavy dress.
Has she turned the corner at least? Is she better now, or is she getting?
Yeah, she's stabilized. So when I say stabilized, meaning that she's no longer hurling in pain. The inflammation went down. Her fever went down, and they let us go home. And they're like, okay, take this antibiotics. And so even though she still hurts when she has the bowel movements, it's still uncomfortable, but she doesn't have the fever, and she has her energy and her mood back because she's starting to become very lethargic. Her behavior changed, and that's why I was like, let me just get a professional to take a look at it. Yeah, I don't play. Even
did the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Even as a grown-up, like even if I have a scratch on my finger, I'm like, that looks kind of weird, doctor. I know I'm the bad example. I'm the one who makes your insurance is more expensive because I'm the one who would spend it. Yeah, it's me. It's me, everybody. It's me. Mm-hmm. It's me because I go to the hospital for a headache. Oh my God, I have a headache. It must be an aneurysm. Hospital. It's a horrible thing because
I'll tell you, man, I'm a baby with that stuff too.
9 out of 10, nothing happens, but that 1 out of 10, no.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
well, good. Glad she's getting there. Yes, sir.
Last time we had a little Boîte Noire Radio, I was completely obsessed with the true crime. You have a thing about you that speak as if I'm living the situation. Do you understand? It's almost as if like
so
I was one. Yeah, it's like I was one of the victims, except I survived. It feels like that. Like, oh my God, what's behind me?
What's gonna happen next?
That's gonna happen next.
We are gonna dive in this week, man. I'll tell you. I poured myself. And believe me, I know so much about this case, it's stupid. But I went back and went through everything. I got files, I got ciphers, I'm breaking out code books, I got clips. I'm over here with a map and a compass, escaping out crime scenes. So I'm ready when you are, baby. You ready to talk Zodiac?
I'm ready to talk Zodiac. He said compass and a map. Okay, let's go. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where we left off?
Yes. That poor teenager, the guy that had his head blown off, but apparently his eyeball regrew. That's where we left off. And
so we left off at Lake Berryessa. Remember the 2 teenagers that got stabbed in the back? Right.
Oh, right. Well, look.
So where we left off.
Okay, continue.
We left off. We had seen the car door at the side of the road where Zodiac had carved in.
Yeah.
He didn't carve it in. He wrote it with a Sharpie.
Yeah.
So after the murders of Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, Brian Hartnell lives. It's a very brutal stabbing.
Yeah.
And like I said, he writes on the car door with a black Sharpie the words, Vallejo, December 20th, 1968, July 4th, 1969, and that day's date, September 27th, 1969 at 6:30 by night. At the very top, we see a little crosshair with a circle around it, which will become the Zodiac's calling card, so to speak. So we go from there. We saw that car door last week, and we jump ahead to October 1st, 1969, in the editing room of the Vallejo Times-Herald. Huddled around a letter are newspaper editors and law enforcement representatives. I'm sure there are staff reporters all gathered around this letter, which was penned by the same hand that wrote those letters on that car door.
Wow.
And I'll show you that letter right now.
Okay, first observation, what horrible handwriting.
So that's a big part of this is the handwriting and the scrolling and the misspellings. People theorize that he's almost like going into a different cognizance, if that makes sense. Like, this is not the way he normally writes.
Like a different personality.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation about, is he right-handed? Is he left-handed? Is he, I forget what it's called when you use both.
Ambidextrous.
Is he a different personality, and that's why the handwriting doesn't match this suspect? I mean, this thing it switches off into so many directions. We could literally talk about this all day.
All day.
But for now, I want to read this letter to you.
You can read this?
I wrote it down. I transcribed it.
Oh, Beefy, cipher all the way. Cipher, my man. Cipher. Go.
I am the killer of the 2 teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman Road and the girl last 4th of July. To prove this, I shall state some facts which only I and the police know. Christmas, brand name ammo, Super X. 10 shots fired. Boy was on back, foot to car. Girl was laying on side, feet to west. 4th of July. Girl was wearing patterned pants. Boy was also shot in knee. Brand name of ammo is Western. Here is a cipher. On this is part 1 of 2. The other 2 parts have been mailed to the San Francisco Examiner and the San Francisco Chronicle. I want you to print a cipher on your front page by Fry, spelled F-R-Y, afternoon August 1st of 1969. If you do not do this, I will go on a kill rampage Friday night, again, spelled F-R-Y. That will last the whole weekend, and I will chase around and pick up all the straight people and couples that are alone, and move on to kill some more until I've killed over a dozen people. And he signs the letter with the same symbol.
The Zodiac symbol.
Yep, the crosshair.
Beefy, you know what? First of all, this letter is so chilling. Can you imagine if you're back
Bone chilling, isn't it?
It's absolutely chilling. Like, look, even now today, reading this, if I see this in my mailbox, I'm screaming. I'm 100% screaming because he's serious. I guarantee
he's not fucking around.
He is not messing around at all. Wow.
So we talked about it last week, and you said that you would post this.
You know what? Reading this, I totally would, because I first of all, because I'm a skittish by nature, I'll call 911 and be like, help. And then
they did that. They did that.
Yeah, and then 911 would be like, oh my God, he's not lying. This is stuff that we haven't shared anybody. So I will post it in a heartbeat. We talked about it last week, but there is a certain amount of journalistic integrity where they are obligated to post this. And I think that would kind of trump any kind of feelings anybody has about it. I thought about that more this week. And I mean, I'm somebody that takes my career really serious. Yeah. So if I was in the newspaper room with these letters, it wouldn't even be a doubt. They're going up. People have a right to know. Right. People absolutely. When we first talked about this, I didn't even see the letter like that. And I was whiff raffling. No, now that I see this letter, honey, I am posting on the newspaper, Facebook, Instagram, like, everybody, watch out. What?
So this is the cipher that he sends alongside. So each 3 parts of this were mailed to a different newspaper. The top one went to the San Francisco Herald.
What the F?
Yeah, this is insane. Let me see here. I gotta look it up. The middle one was sent to the Examiner, and the third one was sent to the Chronicle.
Are they all the same? No, they're all still different.
No. So there are 3 parts of one cipher. And they asked the public to solve it for them because they wanted to know what it said.
Did it help? Did people solve it?
Do you want to know?
I still want to know because, honey, I can't solve this. What am I looking at? What is this? What is this hieroglyphics?
The cipher was dubbed the Z40, and the Z40 was cracked within about a week of printing by North Sylvania school teacher Donald Harold and his wife Darlene, who contacted the San Francisco Chronicle with their solution. Betty is credited with discovering the crib words, or phrases suspected to appear in the message, with tools for cracking codes.
What?
Yes, okay.
Are you telling me someone cracked this?
Yes, so a school teacher and his wife did, yeah. On a Sunday afternoon, they just like, hey, you wanna see if we can crack this? And they did it. Do you want to know how they did it?
How the hell did they do it, Beefy?
So his wife was the one who ended up coming up with how they ended up doing it. She looked for pairings, and what she did is she assumed that somewhere in the cipher would be the word killing. And she's very correct in that. So she looked in doubles of letter L, and she assumed somewhere in the letter would be the words "I like killing." So we know where there'd be L's. No. So it's not that kind of cipher. Each one of these symbols is you're so funny. You're like going. It's like a crossword puzzle.
Yeah, it's like a crossword puzzle. Oh my god! I'm sorry.
There it is. It says Ted Cruz. It was him all along.
Okay. I'm sorry. Continue. Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. So, it was very astute, her thinking this, the doubling up of the groupings of letters, and the word killing would be in there somewhere, because she's absolutely right. And it's how they crack it. They find two L's and an I like killing. And from there, they're just off to the races. It's just guess and check, right? That it's just, does this one work? Does this one? And it's just a matter of how long does it take, really? Once you have a thematic for what the letters are.
Right.
So I have this thing translated.
You do? Oh.
And this is what they did. You can see their work down there. It's only page 1 because I didn't want to get into the whole. It's a whole spiel, but you can see the work they did. What's the first line?
I like killing people.
Isn't that crazy that she thematized that and that's what it was? The first line. This dude, I hope he took her out for dinner or something.
Dinner? No, we're making a business, and come on, everybody. What? The government is hiring me for $1 million an hour. What? First of all, I want to raise.
They sent some of these other codes out to like Navy code crackers that like specialize in this stuff, because the Navy to this day works in codes for wartime or whatever, and they would need to communicate like secretly, and they couldn't crack it. The FBI, but she did it.
Oh, Beefy, I'm not that smart, clearly. Wow.
So you want to know what he wrote?
Okay, go ahead, Beefy.
I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous game of all. Hold that thought, we'll come back to that. To kill something gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is when I die, I will be reborn in paradise, and all that I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name, because you will try to slow down or stop my collection of slaves for my afterlife. Fucking dark, right?
Wait a effing minute. What?
Yeah, and they had to post that in the newspaper for everybody to see.
Do you know if people literally like shiver down their spine? Like I couldn't go to sleep after this. Matter of fact, I'd be like, okay, everybody, we're working from home.
So we're building up to a boiling point. What do they call it when a city is in a state of chaos? I forget the term for it, but all out chaos is
lockdown. I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding.
Oh, we gotta bleep that. We gotta get demonetized.
Everything's burning.
But
sorry.
That's how these people in San Francisco must have felt. Like the apocalypse was on. This guy is out there and he's killing people. He's not fucking around.
He's not fucking around. Can you imagine?
He's got 4 confirmed kills in 2 attempts at this point. So this guy is not like fuck that. Especially in 1969. Like we hear that stuff in the news nowadays. It like rolls off our back. We watch the news at 11. It's this person dead. This person car crash. Pile up on 95. It's just part of our day. 1969 was a very different time.
Yeah.
They took this a lot serious. People dying was a big deal.
Yeah, because there was no, there was none of that technology today.
Fever pitch. That's the word I was looking for. Things were swirling up for an all-out fever pitch in the city of San Francisco.
Fever pitch. I learned a new word. Fever pitch.
Look at that. Nice. So, in this letter, he references the most dangerous animal of all. Do those words mean anything to you?
The most dangerous animal of all.
Yes. Oh, I so hope you.
I know he said humans, right? But
yes, yep.
But I don't see if there's more to that.
It's in reference to something. That line in particular. The most dangerous animal of all.
Predation?
No. Okay, so it's a famous short story, and shucks, I forget who wrote it. People are gonna come for me in the comments. But
oh my god! Look, don't forget I'm foreign. I didn't grow up here. Is this an American author?
Yeah, and honestly, it's a short story that every kid in every American high school across the country has to read. So everybody knows this story. It's called
Lord of the Flies.
No, Most Dangerous Game. And
I don't know.
You don't know the Most Dangerous Game?
No.
It's the story of a man who gets shipwrecked on an island, and he is given the chance for 24 hours to be hunted by this man, and if he makes it out, I believe he gets a sum of money. You have to forgive me; it's been a long time since I've read it. But the bottom line of the story is this guy hunts him in a jungle. He hunts him like an animal on this island.
Does he survive?
I believe he does.
Oh wow!
Again, it's been a long time since I've read it, but that's what he's referencing here, and that would become a big part of the narrative moving forward. Is his reference to the most dangerous game and hunting humans?
Biffy, this is freaky.
Yeah, it gets, like I said, man, when I said last week, like the attacks themselves are horrific, but like we get into some dark tones here, and it's chilling. Like you said, it is creepy. It's creepy. Do you want to go get a binky? You need a safety blanket?
Shut up.
I'm not making fun of you. Hey, do you know where that term comes from, by the way, before we move on? The term safety blanket?
No.
So Peanuts, I think his name's Schroeder, the girl's daughter, or the girl's brother. Yeah. Or is it Linus? I don't remember. But the kid has the blanket the whole time, and it's literally just called his safety blanket. It's just like a self-coping device, like a self-coping mechanism. But it became so commonplace, people just adopted that term over the, self-soothing artifact or whatever they call it.
I learned two things from today.
Yeah, fun fact of the day. Okay. Are you ready? The shit's about to get real.
Okay, I'm ready. Come on, bring in the fiction.
Nonfiction. If you think things were dark before, woo boy!
I'm ready. Bring it.
So less than 2 weeks later, on October 11th, 1969, a white male passenger enters a cab driven by Paul Stein at the intersection of Mason and Gary, 1 block west from the Union Square in the theater district of San Francisco. The passenger asked Stein to drive him to the corner of Washington and Maple in the Presidio Heights district. However, for reasons unknown, Stein would drive the cab 1 block past to Maple and Cherry Street. Speculators believe there may have been a man walking his dog, leading the suspect to get spooked and want to be driven an extra block down the road to maintain privacy. But as soon as Paul Stein hits Washington and Cherry and puts his cab into park, he's grabbed by the collar and he's shot in the back of the head by a 9mm handgun.
What?
The suspect then reaches over, takes the driver's wallet, and pulls the keys out of the cab. The suspect is then seen entering the cab from the passenger side door and can be seen tampering with the interior of the vehicle by 3 teenagers across the street at 9:55 p.m. Oh, and I'm sorry, while the crime was happening, he's observed getting out of the cab and walking around over to the driver's side door and rubbing fingerprints off both handles. He then proceeds towards the Presidio, 1 block to the north, where he is then lost sighted by the 3 teenagers. 2 blocks away, patrol officers Don Fook and Eric Zolms, responding to the crime scene called in by the teenagers, observed a white man with a lumbering gait walking along the sidewalk east on Jackson Street from the crime scene and stepping into a stairway leading up to the front yard of an anonymous house on the north side of the street. This encounter only lasted a few seconds, but because of an error during dispatching, the officers were on the lookout for a black male. Although this was corrected shortly thereafter, the mistake rang out long enough for Folk and Zelms not to stop the male suspect walking north towards the Presidio from the crime scene.
This is like a movie.
Yeah.
So he pretty much he limped out the view. Wow. Look at that. So
and I have
let me ask you
a video file.
There's a video of that?
No, I'm going to take you to Washington and Cherry.
What happened to the driver of the car?
He's dead. He got shot in the head. What do you mean? I'm sorry. Did I not say that?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where I was confused because in my mind, okay, so the Zodiac was the passenger.
Yes. So he gets in the cab. Paul Stine drives him to Washington and Cherry, and as soon as he puts the cab into park, Zodiac grabs him by the collar and shoots him in the back of the head.
You know, this is one of the thing that makes it so scary is because there's nothing anybody could do to defend themselves. It's literally is like there's nothing you could do. Like you could have learned karate, self-defense, magic powers. Nothing you could have done to improve your
yeah. I mean, same thing with the two teenagers in Berryessa. Oh, J9's live.
Hi, Daryl. Hi, Daryl. Daryl Brooks is a liar.
So we're gonna go to this is 2008, I believe. This is the street corner of Washington and Cherry.
Wow. Is there supposed to be sound?
No.
Okay.
And there's just wind or whatever, but yeah.
Now, is the streets empty because they're a lot freaked out?
No, it's just a street corner now.
Oh, it's pretty empty. There's no one there? Is this the ghost town?
That's oh, fuck.
Wow.
Pan over to the house. I thought he did. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yep, keep going. There it is. So that's the window. Let me pause here. Oh, you.
What?
Let me go back. So this is the house. Do you see my cursor?
I see
this is the window where the three teenagers called from. They were looking down upon the car. I'd love to show you a recreation of the crime scene and the crime, but like the best ones from the Zodiac movie, and we'll get demonetized. So this will have to suffice.
So the teenager moved, right?
No. Oh yeah, eventually. Yeah. There were three kids. Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, mommy, we get out of here."
Yeah.
What? Wow, Beefy. Nice trees.
It's a beautiful area. At nighttime, it'd be really spooky. Yeah, so that's where the car was parked. That's what they saw. Wow. Right here, Washington and Cherry.
Wow. Beefy, I am baffled at the fact there's no one on the street.
Yeah, right?
Not even like, yeah, not even like I don't know, someone going to the store, not even traffic. That Zodiac person cleared everything out. It's like, nope, nobody's walking there. Wow. Beefy, what would you do if you were the teenagers?
Probably what they did. Just call the police, right? I mean, what would you do?
Hide under the couch and wait like till the next day. I'd be too scared. Wow.
I'm messing up.
So what are we looking at now, Beefy?
There we go. Okay.
I like killing people. Not me.
Yeah,
but I'm reading. Just in case.
Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, dispatch detectives initially believed this to be a routine robbery. However, 2 days later, on October the 13th, the San Francisco Chronicle received another letter from the Zodiac claiming credit for the killings, and also contained a torn section of Stine's bloody T-shirt from the crime scene later, confirmed to be what the suspect was doing inside the cab when the teenagers noted him tampering with the crime scene. He was cutting away a piece of Stine's bloody shirt. This would later be corroborated with evidence from the crime scene, as the shirt was a perfect fit. Alongside Stine's bloody shirt was a 3-page manifesto, including a 3-quarter character cipher dubbed the Z340, dimensions for building a bomb, and a letter threatening Zodiac would just shoot out the front tire of a school bus and then pick off the kiddies as they came bouncing out. full-blown chaos would descend upon the city of San Francisco, resulting in armed escorts for school bus routes, local curfews, increases in sales of guns and locks, etc. Things would hit an all-out fever pitch in October 20th, 1969. Oh, wait, let's take a look at that letter quick before I get ahead of myself.
He terrorized the entire state.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. You know, he probably was having fun. I bet you he was the bus driver. He was like,
so these are the 3 letters from the Stein killing. Like I said, it came with a diagram of the bomb and then a piece of the bloody shirt. Imagine opening that in the bloody shirt. We see it for us in David Fincher's movie where the lady opening the letters, the bloody shirt falls out. You know, she kind of looks at it for a second and then reads the letter and you just hear, ah! But yeah, vivid scene.
Totally understandable.
Crazy. This is the one that wasn't cracked for 54 years. The Z340. This is
what happened to the lady? Did she just, I didn't pay her enough. She was like, I'm not doing this.
They couldn't crack it. It was too complicated of a code. For 54 years, the FBI, Navy, everybody was trying to crack this thing. It went unsolved for 54 years.
How old do you think he was when he did all this crime?
The Zodiac?
Yeah.
So they have a couple, we get a, actually here, I can show you.
In his 30s?
Yeah, they speculate 30s to 40s. Let me, hang on, I'll share you.
So he definitely was alive 54 years later.
He could still technically be alive today. Let me show you what the composite sketch looks like. This is him. Supposedly, it's what he looks like. This sketch is from the 2 police officers that did the oopsie doopsie and were looking for a black guy when they seen him walking away from the crime scene. They got a pretty good look at his face, and that's the police sketch drawing that came from that F up, the oopsie doopsie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like the diagram, he looks like a regular person, but no, wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially in the 60s. Those glasses, that haircut, that was just the look, man.
That
especially
was just the look. Yeah.
There was speculation from the last crime scene. I mentioned it in the last episode that there were wing walker boot prints found from the Lake Berryessa attacks. Those are actually specialty boots that were only in the Air Force. They're meant for non-conductive arcs walking on the wings of airplanes. So you can only get those in like Army supply stores. So either he went shopping at a barracks somewhere, which can be done. Public can buy those boots. It's possible. It's pretty unlikely though. It's almost certain that he was in some sort of military to have those boots. It's possible that a civilian could have got them.
Wow. Was the Zodiac? Obviously, he was known internationally, but was this uproar was every state talking about this? Like, did the?
Oh yeah, this was really like. This was a nationwide crisis, believe me.
Did the army step in? I mean, I don't.
At this point in the story, after the Stein death and the murder with the bloody shirt, things are fucked. Like the city of San Francisco, it's all they're talking about every day. It's all over every newspaper.
Yeah.
We'll get into some more pop culture here in a second, but this has taken over the country. This is like viral moments.
Yeah.
Upon viral moments. Yeah.
Like, how do you even trust your neighbor? Like, you blinked. You looked at me a little too long. You must be it.
Remember the dress a few years ago? People couldn't tell if it was blue or white. This was like this times 10.
I know, times a million. Yeah. Or you drink a little much, and it's like, who's there? Oh my God! You know what? I would have just moved. Where? I don't know, Mexico.
I thought that too. Like if in my city there were like serial killings, if I would just
in your
move,
town,
I think I would.
I would move. If they say serial killer over here where I live, I would be like, well, I'm going to sleep at my mother-in-law's until you guys figure this out.
I mean, it's more or less like a natural disaster, right?
Yeah, it's like a natural disaster. What a great analogy, Beefy. It is a natural disaster. Yeah, hunting humans and stuff.
So,
yeah,
with the gift of hindsight and future technology,
yay!
If this were not 3 years earlier,
we
would not have the solution to this Z340 cipher. This one that we looked at.
Mm-hmm.
This went unsolved for a long time, and I've been obsessed with this case for a while. So when this thing got solved, it was a big day for the Beef Man.
What does it say?
I was super stoked when this thing got solved.
It says the murderer is really beefy. I'm kidding. No. What does it say?
Okay. The cipher sent along the third letter was cracked in December of 2020 and verified by the FBI with the solution to read. I hope you were having lots of fun trying to catch me.
What a jerk.
That wasn't me on the TV show. Hold that thought. Which brings up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner. Because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has nothing when they reach paradise. So they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I now know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise death. And by the way, I need to mention, this thing is littered with misspellings and like you have to almost kind of like put your stupid glasses on to like make sense of it because there's like, you know, letters are mixed up. He's like trying to come across as like the deranged killer, like ramblings of a madman. But to put this together takes an extreme level of intelligence.
Yeah,
he's putting on a fucking act.
He's not stupid. Yeah.
The two things don't even make sense. Like you're gonna put misspellings in a really complicated cipher.
I know.
Like what?
I know. Although the only thing lazy about his thing is that what kind of logo is that? Look at that circle and a cross.
Yeah.
Zodiac person, come on.
It's
put
minimalist, man. That's the style nowadays.
That's your logo. It's not even centered. You didn't even really put any work into that logo. But yeah, no, he's not a stupid man.
So I didn't prep for this because I wasn't planning on it, but they did end up finding out there was a watch company that used that same exact logo.
Oh,
you want to know what the name of the watch company was?
The Zodiac.
Zodiac watches. Nice. I'm clapping. Can you hear me clapping?
I hear you clapping. Clearly I'm smart. No, I'm not.
Well done. Well done.
It's just like this. Beefy, what a jerk. That cipher was very jerky. Like, you can catch me. I know you're looking to catch me. If you catch
me, it's like the Riddler from Batman. Like
about like
the supervillain.
It is the Riddler.
He's full blown riddling out right now.
It's Gotham City. And Batman is lazy having a nap. Batman, where are you? Where are you, Batman? Where are you?
It'd be a great movie, like Batman takes on the Zodiac. Oh, DC Films, make it.
Make it. Look.
Actually, in that new Batman movie, they took a lot of hints from Zodiac. Like,
they did?
Yeah, a lot of you'll see like the cards that look a lot like it. He does the ciphers that are very much in the same style. Even like the duct tape mask harkens back to the executioner's hood we saw at the Lake Berryessa attacks in the new film. It very much looks like that with the duck mask and the glasses on the outside. Yeah, took strokes of Zodiac from the new Batman movie with the new Riddler. So there's always been a connection there.
You know, we should write a letter to the studios. We can do their job for 50% off.
Yeah. We'll take 45. All right,
we'll take 45%.
All right, we're almost done for this week. Next week we'll get into some speculation. On October 20th, 1969 at 2 p.m., somebody called the Oakland Police Department playing to pretend to be the Zodiac, demanding that one or two prominent lawyers, F. Lee Bailey or Melvin Belli, appear on AM San Francisco talk show KGO-TV, hosted by Jim Dunbar. Although Bailey was not available, Melvin Belli would appear on the Jim Dunbar show and make an appeal to keep lines open in hopes that Zodiac would call. Do you think he would call?
Yes, he would call because he's a narcissist. He enjoys this game. Attention. He loves the attention. Did he call?
We're about to find out.
Beefy, if you were one of the lawyers, would you have done it? Now, this is where
absolutely.
No. If someone comes to me, Alistair, you must go on Oprah and tell your story. Who's asking? The Zodiac Killer? Absolutely not. I feel like, no.
To keep a rendezvous with San Francisco's Zodiac Killer of 5 persons.
What?
The man who made the appointment never showed up. The meeting was arranged this morning when a caller, identifying himself as Sam, reached Belli on a KGO-TV talk show. He said he was the Zodiac Killer and needed help. Here's how it looked and sounded. Talk to us. Just tell us what's going on inside you right now, Sam, please.
I have headache.
Right. How long have you had those headaches, Sam? In a long time?
Since I killed a kid.
What? Was it before December that you had the headaches?
Yes.
Were you in service that you might have had an injury in service? Did you ever fall out of a tree or downstairs? Were you ever
So we hear him trying to pull details out to like almost help the case, right? He says like, was it around Christmas time you got these headaches? Because we know the first attacks happened at Christmas.
Yeah, well, Christmas.
He asks about, do you get headaches? Did you fall down as a kid? Because frontal lobe damage is very much associated with serial killers.
Yes.
So he's trying to make a connection, right? Once they
connection.
get medical files from somebody who's gotten their a head wound from childhood, they trace it back and they at least have a list of names to go from, right?
Tell me, I understand where you're going with this. Tell me, does the Zodiac catch on to that?
We'll find out.
unconscious?
I don't know.
You don't remember. Does aspirin do you any good?
No.
Doesn't do any good. Sam, that stuff never did me any good either when I had headaches. Sam, let me...
I love that line by him too. Like the stakes could not be higher. Tenses, like think of yourself right in this guy's shoes. This lawyer.
Yes, I
He's
would.
on national TV talking to a serial killer, and he's cool and calm enough to be like, "Gang stuff never did me any good either." Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Props to you, Melvin Belli, the homie.
the stake's gonna be higher. He must be British. They have a very
dude,
sense of humor.
His swings by his knees, that's for sure. Size of cantaloupes.
Let me ask you a question. Did you attempt to call this program one other time when Mr. Belli was with us? And you what? Did you try to call us one other time about 2 or 3 weeks ago when Mel Belli was with us?
Yes.
And we couldn't get through. The phones were tied up. Was that it?
Yes.
Sam, let me ask you this. There's some reason why you go to a particular doctor or a particular priest, and some reason why apparently you wanted to talk to me or Lee.
Yeah.
Is it that you feel that we have compassion for people who get in trouble? Or is it you feel that we can do something for you? Or is it you feel that we're have enough integrity that if we promise you something, that we're going to stick to it? Well, let's find out why he wanted to talk to. Why did you want to talk to Mr. Belli, Sam?
I don't want to be hurt.
I don't want to be hurt.
Yeah, they pretty much cut it off after that. There's not much left. That's pretty much it.
By the way, on a side note, the ratings for that show must have been through the roof. This is
the roof.
Through the roof. Like, honey, forget advertisement. I'm rich. Like, what?
All right. So I don't want to creep people out or whatever, but they do end up talking a little longer, and he goes on to kind of freak out and I'm gonna kill those kids, and they end up cutting because the whole thing came out with the kids coming out of the school bus, and I'm fairly certain they cut the transmission at that point. Yeah, but that's where we'll leave it for this week.
What? A freaking psycho. By the way, did you notice how calm he was talking?
Yeah.
And how nonchalant he was?
Yeah.
No.
Laissez-faire.
Very laissez-faire. Now, in his head, no, he's not okay. Clearly, obviously, he's not okay. But
to do that. Yeah, good point.
Scary. You know, I tell you a story about, like, in high school, there was a kid who was kind of like that. Very like, yes, no, left, right, up, down, you know? Yeah, we used to call him Jesus. That was not his name. But
oh, you're picking on him.
No, not pick on him, not at all. But the thing is that because, you know, I hung out with him not outside of school, but, you know, because people picked on him. But, you know, I don't like that stuff. So I was like kind of buddies with him at school, and he took a liking to me, like a friend stuff. But he was so weird. And I remember joking to my siblings when I got home, like, what if he's a serial killer? You know, because he was very nonchalant. Like, you could do cartwheels, you could jump off the roof, you could do backflip, front flips. His expression never changed. And I used to be like, wow, you're not even a little giggle? No, not a single giggle. Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird if you have someone that doesn't have any emotions.
That's almost what you picture that person to be. But more often than not, it's like the guy next door, like the dude that none of us suspected. Like, we always hear about the neighbors or whatever of these serial killers, and it's like,
Yeah.
we saw him every morning. You know, you came in and got coffee. We talked to him. He had a family. Like, that's the sick part.
That's the sick part.
It probably is just somebody out there living a normal life like the rest of us.
Who is murdering like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, 100%.
He's got like another torn piece of Stein's Buddy t-shirt in his wallet in an attic somewhere that maybe we'll find one day.
Ceiling, help me. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know what, Beefy?
Paul Stein's wallet is out there, man. We could still,
100.
You know, somebody dies and finds a box, a suitcase in an attic somewhere.
What? 100%. I love true crime, and I always joke about some of those serial killers, like the one of the most infamous one, like Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
And I was like, those girls had no chance with Ted Bundy, no chance, because he was targeting teenagers. He was very good looking and charming, and he was like, "Hello, young lady, do you
No, I kind of want to dispel that, because like that's always the narrative around Ted Bundy, is he was so charming and he had a lawyer. He really wasn't that good looking. Like, they built him up to be like supermodel worthy. He was kind of just like a normal looking guy. Like, he just wasn't ugly.
But he wasn't ugly, but he was charming, right? So he had decent looks to get you for the door to open, but he could get you to come in, and then he just shut the door behind you.
He's very good at. I mean, like we come back to all the time, even with Daryl Brooks, right? Like, they have the emotional intelligence. It's the kind of personality that these crimes attract.
These people have.
Even
Jeffrey Dahmer, you've seen the movie, right? Dorky, nice kid.
He had no charisma. That dude was
he had no charisma. But he had the
personality of a sack of clams.
Yes, he did. He had the personality of a worm. That's true. But he had the nerdy stuff, the nerdy appeal. Like, oh, look at the nerdy kid.
Yeah,
that's cool. Okay, right? But you had no idea once he's not
have
nerdy
you seen
anymore.
that Dahmer show on Netflix?
I have.
Ooh.
Chilling.
Horrifying.
Absolutely horrifying. Like, the way he changes, like the way it just changed from nerd to I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And especially how that's for another true crime.
They call it compartmentalization when they're able to shift roles like that. Like, they're just one person in one moment, and they're able to just compartmentalize. Like, they just go from one compartment to another.
Biffy, you're so good at this true crime poop.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I stumbled a couple of times there. Whatever. I'm fucking learning, guys.
No, forget the learning. It's it's live.
Yeah, we'll get better, right? Yeah. Boîte Noire. That's the point, right? We're going down in flames here.
We're going down in flames.
Oh, do you want to explain the reason behind the name, or do you want me to?
Oh, you know what? You do it. Mm-hmm.
So we picked Boîte Noire Radio because Boîte Noire is French for black box. And much like the black box of an airplane, this radio show shall serve as the aftermath of a collision, so to speak. The lost transmissions of where things went off the rails.
Love it.
So there's no game plan here. Like, we're flying by the seat of our pants. So
we're just talking about anything and everything. Speaking of plane crashing in the middle of nowhere, Beefy, you've heard about the story about that airplane. Actually, change the thing to let's talk or whatever. You heard the story about that the plane?
Please, can I get a please in there?
Oh yeah, of course, please.
I'm sorry, I had to reference Daryl Brooks. You're good.
How dare you? You're fine. No.
How dare eat?
But would you, if you're stranded on the plane like those people who got lost on the airplane, would you eat? Would you be a cannibal?
Oh, you're talking about like the soccer team?
Yeah. Like the plane crashes. Okay, wait.
It was a rugby team. Yeah.
Okay, Beefy, wait. The plane crashes. Me and you are surviving. It's very cold outside. There's no more crackers.
You're eating me. You got the muscle tone.
Okay. Maybe I can pummel you. Maybe I can knock you unconscious. I can hang you from the ceiling and take a leg at a time. Okay, fine. What if I'm a nice person?
Oh,
would you freaking eat? No, I couldn't do it. I think we'll starve to death holding hands.
I'll tell you, man. We'll get there eventually, but I've done a deep dive on the Dahmer no, not Dahmer. What's the family that ended up eating each other?
Ew.
Donners, the Donner family. Yeah. They ended up getting stranded in a cave in the middle of winter trying to make it out west.
Wait,
and
I don't know about this story. Oh my God.
We'll get there. Case 2, we'll do
awesome.
the daughter thing.
I can't wait. This is like watching a movie, guys. This is perfect. Oh, Beefy.
Oh, that is a rabbit hole and a half.
Ew, they eat the siblings?
Yeah, we'll get into it. Yeah. They eat each other. Buckets full of brains and
what?
Oh yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Now, as a science person, I can tell you right now, if I have to eat my siblings, okay, sorry, girls, I'm sorry. It has to be the winner first because you could cut the boobs, get the fat, the energy there. So she's still alive. So look, we're like, okay, so you have one boob left, but at least we're all alive, right? Perfect. Oh my God, how terrible. Yeah.
You still got one. You can feed your kids. Quit whining.
What? I don't think I can eat another human being. You know what? Just imagine. Okay, Beefy, lay down. Let me smash your head in the rock. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. No, I think in my eyes, you will have to eat me because I'm too skittish. No, in my eyes,
I think I'd want to be choked out. The head in the rock thing leaves too much room for error. Imagine if you didn't kill me right away and I'm I'll have fucking my worst nightmare. Choke me out quick. I just pass out. Do what you want.
You're right. And most of the time, Lady Luck is a lazy woman. Lady Luck, she probably won't be around, so you won't be knocked out. You would take a couple strikes to the head before you pass out.
That drowning is their worst fear. They have this intense fear of drowning. Drowning is not that bad a way to go. You go out pretty quick when you drown.
Because you pass out? Yeah, you're right.
I learned this through my fire training. The worst way to die is to burn to death because every nerve ending and fiber in your being will be screaming out from pain, and it's slow. It is not a quick death when you burn to death. It takes a while for your inside organs to melt. So you should not be afraid of drowning out there, people. That's not that bad. Fire is the worst way to die.
How about ice?
Ice? Oh yeah, fuck that. I
that
get cold. When I'm out there in the cold sometimes walking my dogs, I think about that scene from Saw where the girl's hung up and she's getting the water sprayed on her. Oh, hell no.
Oh, my God. Look, I'll tell you a secret because I have a dog, too. And so during winter, I have a closed yard. I'm like, come on, Nefties, go outside. Tell me when you're done. I'm not going out in the blizzard walking this dog. Absolutely not. No. Get out. Come back. Knock on the door when you're ready. Okay, Beefy, look. We have a crisis going on in this country. Change the tag to politics. Listen to me, everybody listening to this. Can you believe? Okay, you know what a debt ceiling is, right?
Yeah, it's how much we are allowed to owe.
Yeah.
Right now we're in the trillions or something.
Exactly. And what people don't understand is that look, every world currency is pegged by the dollar. You know what that means? That means we can be in debt whenever we want to. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, our debt number doesn't really quite matter. We can print the money. Everybody's going to believe in America because America is the greatest. But listen.
So the debt ceiling is imaginary?
It's imaginary. Long story short, it really is imaginary. It doesn't change anything. The only thing that it changes is if we default on a loan. If we default on a loan, which the feds right now seems to be they're going to make us default. If we default on a loan, Mr. Beefy, you and I will be on the street selling booty. Because
wait a minute, hold on. Why would we be? Because of the government's mishandling. Okay, you're making a joke.
It was a joke. And now the economy will crash. Things will be a complete disaster. You don't understand. Every year the debt ceiling gets raised. Since maybe 10, 15 years. Every year, that's just how it is. And people get so hung up on a debt number. But they don't realize that every currency in the world is pegged to the dollar. In other words, if we say left, everybody moves left. If we say right, everybody moves right. So our debt doesn't have that much of a significance because we control it. We control pretty much the world currency. The second is not even the euro. And if we ever default on our debt, that is a calamity because everybody in the world have dollar reserves. And if we cannot pay our debt, everybody goes under. Do you understand what I mean? It's a It's a World War III, but of money. Everybody goes broke.
The ship is sinking. We're all on the Titanic here together.
We're all tethered by the dollar. And that's what I mean. It's just imaginary because every investor and everybody believes that, and rightfully so, United States is the safest place to put your money, regardless of its debt, because the U.S. always pay their debts, like the Lannisters. The moment they don't pay their debt, where are they going to put their money? If you can't trust the United States, who else can you trust?
A Lannister always pays his debts.
Yeah, the U.S. always pay their debt. You know? Right. And I was just scratching my head, and I was like, I cannot believe these people, those two idiots in Congress, you know, Congress, Senate, everybody, GOP, Democrats, all of you. I can't believe they're willing to let the world burn for the sake of what? Do you know what I'm saying, Beefy?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if the debt ceiling is more or less imaginary, like, I feel like America is one of the only countries that's like fighting for human development. Like, I heard this story the other day about how when Nikola Tesla invented electricity, there were two methods he could have used, and one of which would have been like free for us as humans. There would have been like unlimited supply, would have been, you know, taken us decades, millennia even, ahead of our time to install the infrastructure for this method of harnessing electricity. And when the people funding it got involved, they asked, like, well, how do we turn it off? And he said, there is no turning it off. You turn it on, it's on there forever. And they said, nope, no way. So they went with option B, the one they could turn off, because they wanted to be able to bill people.
Oh, capitalism. Hey, you know what? It's important. Look, I am for capitalism, but up to a certain point. I think the perfect society is a combination of both. You need to have a capitalistic situation, and you need to have a, please don't murder me, everybody, socialist situation. I think the purpose of government is to provide a very robust safety net. So if people ever fall, they don't fall all the way to the ground. I think society, we should support one another up to a base, and then promote everybody to climb up. You know, we can't be extreme, complete capitalism, and we can't be extreme, complete socialism, right? And there needs to be like a little bit in the middle. We need both, you know? I still am baffled why we don't have general healthcare here in the U.S.
Yeah, I'll almost go to my death's door on that one. You see all these old people that have nowhere to go, and they're like out in the street, homeless, crazy.
It's not ridiculous.
It's not like that in Canada. Those people are in homes.
Yeah, they're in homes. And, you know, Christopher is a healthcare actuary. I don't know if I said that to you last time we talked, but, you know, he sees a lot of the inside situation that most people don't see. And our healthcare plans is only getting more expensive. And it's not sustainable. And he says it's just a matter of time before we get a healthcare collapse here in the United States. And he says that will be the only time where Congress will be forced to take action, because at some point you can the rate keeps increasing, and people's pay are not making up for the rate. Forget about rent. Forget about all that. Your health is getting more expensive every year, in addition to your cost of living and your rent. And one of the things you as an individual, it's hard to skip on, is a roof over your head and your health. And it will be a matter of time before it's no longer sustainable and the wheel will break. For some reason, they always find a way.
What kind of action would Congress have to take, though?
They just will have to bail us out. Okay. They will have to bail us out. They will have to bail us out, and then they will have to put infrastructure. So they tried it with Obamacare, but, you know, because it's like, Obama, oh my God, no. People make a big noise about it, but the original Obamacare wasn't that bad. It was tweak, where it became just not that great. Yeah. But it's not even the fault of the people. It's because the lobbyists, the insurances, and the healthcare companies have lobbies, very powerful lobbies, and Obamacare was a big threat because they don't gain anything if we all get healthcare, right? If we all get healthcare, then we're not paying them any money. It would take a collapse. And I think because we already have Medicare and Obamacare already in place, I suspect that if that collapse happens, all they're going to do is they're going to revisit that structure, because we do have infrastructure in place in that, and then make it better and tell the insurance companies, suck it. Yeah. Yeah. If you have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So, if you could be an animal, what would it be?
A squirrel. Come on.
Oh my god, you're fired. Oh my god.
Was there ever any other answer?
Baby, you making me feel so stupid. No,
I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that.
Okay, besides the squirrel.
Oh, besides the squirrel.
Okay, honestly, is it the squirrel?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Squirrels are majestic creatures.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're the ones who are really running things, man.
You
They're the ones pulling the
like that?
strings.
Oh my god, everybody
Believe
listen.
me, I have the ear of the squirrels. I am the squirrel whisperer. They are the ones who are going to control the collapse. When the healthcare system goes, it is the squirrels that will take over for us.
We all gonna dig
Just
a hole
you
in
wait.
the tree.
Shit, we should be so lucky.
Oh crap! No, Beefy. Oh my god, you really love squirrels like that?
Yeah, they're like my
Oh,
favorite
wow.
animal, probably.
You're the first squirrel lover I ever met.
Really?
Yes, I don't know anybody who loves rodents that much. This is great. Okay,
You know, to call them a rodent, I think, is almost like misserving. Like they
are rodents.
They're barely rodents.
Oh my god, they are rodents.
You ever seen them when they jump like four stories off a building and they open up their bodies and they can just like land on the ground safe and sound? What are they? Even a cat would die.
Beefy. All right, you ready? Google. Let's go. Squirrels, rodents. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, they are rodents. I know.
Oh, okay. You put your message in my head. I was like, I think they're rodents.
Oh no, yeah, no. I was being stupid.
Oh, I see. Okay, fine. They're cute, and they come in different colors, like black, white, and brown. Look at that. Okay, it's like human beings.
There's a red squirrel too. The red squirrel. That's what my actually that's where like most of this comes from. I had a teacher in high school. He was my small engines teacher, and he used to say his name was Mr. Bebo, and he used to say to us all, You're like the red squirrel. You got the attention span. You go off to the window. Look at all over the place, right? You got the attention span of a red squirrel.
Great. Beefy, you must have been right.
Isn't that in Up too? Like the dog is squirrel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Up was a perfect cartoon. Although very sad, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, Beefy, you must have been really fun in high school, right?
Yeah, I smoked a lot of hashish. What a reefer. I was a pothead. I was a pothead that liked metal and emo, and I was.
Oh my god, I was an emo too. Listen, I went through a goth phase in college. Best time.
You did?
Best time of my life, Beefy. Listen,
I would have never guessed that.
Oh yeah, fishnets. Oh,
what?
I loved it. Spike collar. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god,
Alistair.
Nice. I know. Hey, I was right there with you, dude.
I mean, what? Let me tell you how I got into the goth scene, okay? So it was in college, sophomore year, and I was a molecular bio major, and this is one girl in class, super smart, and I loved her hair. I'm obsessed with hair, apparently. So I loved her hair, and I was like, you know what? Your hair is freaking gorgeous. She's like, thanks. And I'm like, can I please sit next to you? I'm not shy. And I sit next to her, and we have awesome conversation. At the end, she's like, why don't you come by my dorm? I'm having drinks with some friends. I go over there to her dorm, and it's a full-blown party, and they all goth with the music and the fishnet, all that stuff. And I was like,
awesome.
Oh my God, that was such a great time. We were drinking, we were smoking, we were doing all kind of nasty stuff. And at the end, I was like, you know what? I like this stuff. This is great. Look at that. And I took off my shirt, and I was like, this is me. Well, I'm a young kid. And that's how I got into the goth, and I learned everything. And we went to the parties. We went to the so back in the time in New York City, this club called Limelight, which was the goth club. Oh, best thing ever. They have
like the glow sticks.
Yeah, the glow
collars and shit.
What?
Fuck yes.
It was so freaking great.
Oh, you lived my dream. See, I was like a teenager wishing I could be in that scene. You were doing it. You were out there living it.
I was out there living it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't do hard drugs, but I did the other stuff. It was freaking awesome. Megan was the bee's knees. And then
shout out to Megan.
Yeah,
you're out there.
She's a vet now. She's a vet, all polished. Yeah, I know. I'm polished too, sort of. It's so funny because we're still friends, and I'm like, oh my God, Megan, look at us. Look at you with glasses and not professional and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, look at you with
we all grow up.
Your suit. Little behold, we were little two rascals.
Yeah.
And fishnets.
Just a couple of crazy kids out there.
With
goth makeup and fishnets. Out on the town.
The
on
fishnet
the scene.
tank tops, was great. You know, it's funny. The teacher was like, "You can't wear that in class." I said, "What? It's a tank top." I won that fight, and I was still in class in fish. That was great.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
usually
not
they're
shy.
pretty stern about that stuff.
Yeah. I'm not shy. I'm not shy. But yeah, it was.
They used
it
to
was,
make us turn our t-shirts inside out. Like if you wore like a beer t-shirt or whatever. I was there. No F's given.
Yeah, and my brother-in-law is a raver.
Nice.
Oh, you changed the Let's Chat. Okay, Beefy, I have another
Oh,
question.
I'm on it, man. I'm all over it. Wait, sorry. Where did you want to go? Pop culture?
Yeah, sure, pop culture. No, wait, I have another question for you first. Wait. You know, I don't know if I ever asked you that, and you know, I'm just, you know, I love asking questions. I'm just curious. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I know it's a deep one.
Ooh, good
but I've always
question.
meant to ask you that, but it always slipped my mind. I had to write it down. I have the question written down. I have to write it down. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Beefy?
So ideally, I'd like to have like a full-time YouTube thing going on, where I just work from home, have like a little apartment by the beach. Yeah, the actual Beefy will definitely be dead by then, but you know, Beefy 2, New Hampshire coastline. Just wake up, have coffee, make YouTube, do this podcast with you.
I know, right?
In the realistic sense, I'll probably be doing what I'm doing for work, and then the YouTube on the side still. And
we never know. We never know. We never know. Just like we never expected for us to ever meet. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't seem like it could be reality doesn't mean it's not reality. You know what I mean? No, you never know.
Hey, if you asked me, this time last year if I had a YouTube channel with 3,000 subs, it would have seemed completely impossible. Right?
Do you sometimes pinch yourself and say like, "This is so unreal"?
Dude, my live stream the other day, I had like 80 people in there. There are people on Twitch that stream to like 1 or 2 people. I'm so lucky.
I know. We're Beefy. You don't understand. I know. It's like talk about the humble pie, right? Bring it all the way down to the floor and just roll in the mud. Like, I am worthy. Am I worthy?
Accept me, love me, please.
Right? It's so surreal. Yeah, I know.
What about you 10 years from now?
You know, so in 10 years, I'm going to be 48 years old. I want to sell my company at 45 years old. And so in 10 years. Yes. I'm not working this hard.
I did not expect
Oh, God.
We did it. Oh, we need to get an air horn sound effect for this effing show. Ridiculous. I need the air horn.
I can't.
Packing it up. I'm going home.
My God.
I am home. Where am I going?
No, I want to tone it down. You know, I ride hard, and I ride hard because I have a whole bunch of trauma, and I just want to relax. And my hope is to do exactly the same as you, to have like a little YouTube situation and just wake up in the morning, make some coffee, and just talk to people. That would be so awesome.
Yeah,
but I also
breakfast with Olympia.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. She'd be 10 years old, and I can just, you know, do cartwills and do nothing.
Yeah.
I want to change people's life. And
so she'll be in 5th grade.
Yeah. She'll be
That's an awesome age, man. They're so fun.
Asking me a ton of questions.
You're gonna have to drop her off at school though.
Oh, I'm gonna love it. And I can't wait to play with the hair and, you know, shop for dresses. I can't wait to do all that girly stuff.
Like little braids and whatever. Yeah.
I can't wait. And then I can't wait to become a teenager. And she's like, "Papa, this boy like looked at me weird." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. Like I can't wait for that thing, father-daughter situation. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's got to get to like that awkward middle school phase where like they hate you for 3 years. Just get through that and then you'll be fine.
But I'm such a conversationist. It's very hard to hate me because I'm a listener and I ask a lot of questions. And
I know I always feel that way too. And I apologize to interrupt you, but like when I think about if I were to have kids, like how are you as a parent not talking to your kids like every day? Like
every day.
How was your day? What's going on? You know, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't have kids, so I can't imagine. I'm sure it's gonna be.
And if she has an issue or problem, I'd be like, okay, let's talk about this. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought no. I cannot wait for when she can start talking because I want to ask questions.
Yeah, just ask her everything and show her everything.
It's green, right? Isn't it green? Ooh, like I can't wait to talk.
I get so excited about thinking about like what that my kid would get into. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to play guitar. I want to play baseball, and then like, let's go do it, and then like go find the guitar and take him to his lessons and go to his first show and like. Look at him go. You know, it's like you're doing the fulfillment for the stuff that you didn't do for yourself, like living vicariously through your children.
But most likely the kid is going to be very similar to you because, you know, they're going to copy most of the stuff you do. And
oh gosh, can you imagine like a little YouTube creator? I'd be like, don't, trust me, it's not worth it. Actually, no, I don't know. Because like the earlier you start, the better off you are. Like no matter what time you come in, YouTube just keeps getting bigger. So whether it's 10 years from now or 10 years ago, you're better to start off now. Now's the time.
That's very true. Although I would protect her though from the emotional backlash you can get from.
Yeah, you know what? I'd probably say 16. That would be like, sorry, you can't do it.
16, you can't do. Yes. Because you know it's I think I told you that, right? I get therapized to handle disappointment on the YouTuber. I think did I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so because it's no fault to the own of the person, right? Because YouTube is a public channel. People do what the hell they want. They can subscribe, unsubscribe. They can do what the hell they want. But it's I cannot take.
If I remember right, yeah, you were looking at them as like a hive mind rather than individual people.
Exactly. And I need to look at them as individual people, not as a hive mind. Yeah. And it's very hard to do because it's very hard to do.
Oh yeah, they all blend into the like you know, it all starts to sound like one voice, and you hear that one person who said, "Oh, you have an annoying squirrel voice," like 6 months ago, and every time you turn on your microphone, you think about that one guy who said, "Hey, you have an annoying squirrel voice."
Yeah.
Did you ever get a comment like that? That like?
Oh no, I got people who were very like upset that when I came out.
Oh yeah, that was so fucked up. By the way, I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah, and
it's not cool. I don't care like what you people want to say. Fuck you. It's not cool.
Yeah, and I had to curate. That's the only time when I had to curate the comments, and I had to because you could hide the comments, right? And only time when I had to hide and delete some comments because some comments were not nice. And
I have that same rule. I don't police. I don't delete. People can say what they want. I'll respond to them or whatever. Like I might get a little, little snazz, little like clap back in the comments every now and again. But they have every right to say it. Like this is a free country.
They have every right to say it. It's a free country.
In that situation, I would have deleted the. I could not have hit a delete button fast enough.
Woo! They were going hard. They were like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's so stupid.
Yep. Because I brought up my coming out situation was very dangerous because my life was potentially in danger. Right, I come from African immigrants. I come from a household of African immigrants.
Yeah,
and most of Africa, being gay is punishable by death.
Wow. And good thing you got out of there.
Yes, and it's not unusual for your siblings to kill you. It's not unusual. Like you come out, you might be killed by your own dad. It's not unusual. So coming out,
you're gonna hate me, but I don't know why this made me. It's not unusual to get killed by your siblings. It's not unusual to get killed by everyone for being gay.
Oh my God!
It's dark humor.
No, yeah, talk about dark humor. Yeah, and so I was explaining that that's why I love America so much because if America made me feel safe, and that's why if you're not safe in America, you're not safe anywhere else in the world. Period. Yeah. And so I was explaining.
I don't know. I go back.
That's how I feel because of at least I know in the U.S. I don't think they will ever make it like, okay, if you're gay, you die. I don't think they're gonna ever get to that point. But
Canada's a pretty safe place, and like you could get stabbed and have no money, and Canada would still patch you up. And plus, you don't have to worry about getting fucking arrested just for the color of your skin.
Patch you up. Oh, I love that choice of word. Okay, sir. New arm, new leg, new shoulder. Perfect.
Anything else?
Brand new.
Yeah. Can we fix your hairline? You want to increase the size of anything?
Right. That's what he said.
We need the air horn. It's not good enough. I need the bum, bum, bum.
But it's gonna sound so loud though, Beefy.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow our ears out. What are you looking for? What's your plan for the rest of the week?
Rest of the week, I got a live stream this Friday. That's gonna be sweet.
Cool.
This Friday, 5:30 at 5:30 Eastern time. We're doing that. We're gonna start with Brooks and then move on to some other true crime stuff. Tomorrow, I got that corporate dinner I was talking about, and then hang out at the weekend, make some YouTube stuff.
So, what's the topic for Brooks?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I was thinking I might do that 50-minute rant.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to draw people in. I got to like get people in there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do. It's got to be like one of the good ones, like closing remarks or something. Maybe I'll do a closing. Actually, that tends to people want to see that.
The closing, the closing. I'll never forget when he was making his statement. The closing. I'll never forget that day because I was here doing the live of it, and we in the live we were eating snacks because it was just blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you would not stop.
We were twerking. It was great. Because we were just talking nonsense. I'll never forget that night.
Okay, wait. Was this closing remarks or was this sentencing remarks?
Sentencing remarks.
Okay, yeah. That's the one that you, me, and Nelson watched.
Yeah. Because he was like,
and
we were just because he was talking nonsense, and I'll never forget that night.
For so long, yeah. I mean, it was like ridiculous how long he would go on.
And I made a drink, and I drank, and I got sober, and I drank. Like it was like, oh, he's still talking.
I found it.
I cannot believe he found this point.
Yes, we got it, baby. We're working.
You're so funny. How's the weather over there where you are?
It was chilly today for like this time of year. Yeah, I live in New England, so typically it's like pretty nice this time of year. But yeah, it was like 50s. Dropped down at like out of nowhere, like just got really cold.
Oh wow!
Don't you just love spring weather? Like it starts off like chilly, wear the sweater, and then by the afternoon time you're in the t-shirt. Oh,
it was.
Only thing better is fall.
It's fall. Oh, I don't like fall. Oh,
really? What? Why?
Look. I get cold by a single breeze. You go, I'm freezing.
But we're two different people. I like winter is like the best for me. I love just like watching the snow pour down, pajama pants and my coffee up. Oh, my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I love summer. What? 80 degrees and up. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's funny.
You were raised in Africa, so like
I was raised in Africa, and Christopher is Italian, so he runs hot, and that's the battle in the household because I don't turn on air conditioning during the summer. I just open the windows.
Ugh.
And he's like, I'm cooking, Alistair. I'm cooking. I'm like, no, you're not. Just take off your socks.
Oh my God. I would kill you. I would kill you.
Just wear underwear and take off your shirt. I don't understand.
Wait, I don't know if you can hear it. My air conditioner is on now. I need it like 69 and below.
Yeah. Oh my God. 60. So it's always a back and forth, and I lose that.
We have that same fight at the Beefy household. Who controls the thermostat? I'm always turning it down. She's always turning it up.
I just feel like when you're home, you're not supposed to be in a sweater and socks and sweatpants when you're home. You're home.
That comfy? That's so comfy to wear the hoodie. I love that.
You're supposed to be barefoot, comfortable, and free. Like you're supposed to do cartwheels and splits. I don't want to have to.
Yeah, see, I like the hood up over my laptop. Like I'm the guy in the chair in some Matrix movie. That's me, baby. All day long. Dark room. I got the power strip and the phone panels up. The best.
Oh my God, Beefy. Do you know what's the best? Not the best? We ordered pizza the other day, and I had pizza while playing games, computer games, and I was like, oh my God.
Nice. What'd you play?
Okay, so I played World of Warcraft.
Nice.
And I remember.
Wow, I would have never guessed.
No. Yeah, I'm a gamer. Christopher's a gamer too. He's not into World of Warcraft. He plays League of Legends, and
I'm doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gamers. Gaming is fun. Anime is fun. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's the best thing, because real life is very difficult. So it's always nice to escape into a different reality and not worry about things.
I don't think you're going to get a lot of pushback from people on YouTube that video games are fun. Those two cultures tend to go hand in hand. Then again, our audiences do tend to lean a little more conservative, older. So maybe the video game thing might miss them. But for the most part, if they're on YouTube, they're at least familiar with game culture.
Yeah.
They should be, anyways.
But we love true crime. We love criminals.
Yes, we do. I'm here for it. All day, every day, I'm here for the true crime.
You know, the thing I love the most about true crime, honestly, it's especially when they do the interrogations of the criminals.
Oh, so fascinating, isn't it?
And I'm always like, oh my God, look at them lie.
You ever heard of a YouTube channel called JCS?
Probably.
Jimmy Can't Swim. They do like long form, like psychological breakdowns of interrogation footage and like try to put themselves in the minds of the suspect.
The best.
Yeah, it's like beefy crack. I could watch that all day and all night.
And the best is when they get caught at the end. Oh,
yeah.
The reaction, like what? Oh, it's the best.
I always just fast forward to the part they crack.
Oh, really?
That's what I want to see. Like how'd they get there? Yeah, but it is nice to like get the anticipation, but some of them are so long. There's like 8-hour interrogation footages on some channels.
Some of them are very long.
Okay, even on double speed, it's like, okay.
You're so funny.
Wrap it up.
You know, LOL. You know, speaking of...
I love that you say LOL, by the way. It's like my favorite thing. LOL.
You know, Brian Koberger got indicted by the grand jury.
Oh, really?
Okay, if you don't know what that is,
wasn't he?
That's
he's the cheeseburger guy on the back
that's
wall.
That's the cheeseburger guy, right here. And listen, this is breaking news because you know what? Behind the scenes, the prosecution had a grand jury meeting secret, meaning that the grand jury has decided that there's enough evidence to convict.
Nice.
You don't understand what that means.
He's going down in flames, baby.
Yes, that means all of that shenanigans that he was pulling is just shenanigans. That means he
left the knife. Like he left a trail of breadcrumbs to him.
Yeah.
Really, all they needed was that knife. The knife, the murder weapon, his DNA was on it. There's no getting away from that.
No matter
what you do, no matter what the lawyers say,
exactly.
His DNA is on the knife next to the bodies.
Explain that,
there's no getting away from it.
Explain that, Koberger. Yeah.
Explain. That's a hard one to get.
Yes. I feel like Koberger just read too much of the Zodiac and didn't pay attention.
Yeah. Well, didn't they say that he was like parked outside the next morning for a few hours, like trying to set himself up to go back in and get it? So he knew he fucked up.
And by the way, he got caught like cleaning out his car with tarp and bleach. When's the last time you cleaned your car, Beefy?
I don't have a car right now.
Oh, even better. Okay, good. So look, I don't even remember the last time I went to the car wash. I never go to the car wash.
Yeah.
Let alone put bleach. Yeah.
Yeah. Even when I've had vehicles, and my car just broke down a few months ago. But I never cleaned it out with bleach.
Like even bleach. It's like a.
That's serial killer behavior 101.
No, Beefy, you know, in my video I posted today, Chandler Halderson, right? I mentioned in one of my talk, I was telling people.
Wait, why is he the scissors?
Oh, because he cut up his parents with scissors.
Oh, he did. That's right. He did cut him up with scissors. Oh, he burned him in the fireplace. All the neighbors said it smelled like barbecue. Do you remember that?
Yep. He cut them up not at the joint. He cut them up at the thigh, at the bone.
Oh my God, yeah, and he left his mom at like his favorite public park. That case is fucked up.
Like he's a dummy. And not only that, Beefy, he cleaned it all up in 24 hours. Like if you walked in, you would have never known there was dead bodies in there because he cleaned it up so well. But unfortunately,
you know where I come down with that? Like I almost to a degree, I don't sympathize, but I understand the killing of the dad, right? Because like his world was crumbling, his father was confronting him, he was backed into a corner and just made it a bad choice. We as humans make bad choices every day. I will never justify them, but we do it. We just do. But he killed his mom.
Yeah,
his mom was nothing but an absolute. When she was texting him to come home, he was asking her to bring her home soda.
Food, yeah, soda. But the thing is that with the father was not he was just annoying because he was inquiring into, hey, my son, you say you have a job. Why aren't you working?
He wasn't a bad guy. He just found out his son was a liar.
Yep. He was actually being a good father and following up on his son. Like, hey, you're not going to work. Hey, what? He would have done the same thing I would have done. Olympia, what's going on? Why are you home? What's happening? What's happening? You go to school today? Yeah, we've done the same thing. Mm-hmm. Oh,
I don't know. I think an argument could be made that he may have not been paying enough attention. Like my kids start stacking up lies like that. Like my job at SpaceX fell through, and you're home for days at a time. Like, he didn't even follow up on the kid's medical records. I would have been like on the phone with the doctor, like, so what does he need to do? Like, how do we get him back? I don't know.
I know. I would have done this. Yeah.
It's probably hard when they're adults, and it's like you just want them to be adults and self-functioning, and you want to believe them, but I don't know.
That's very true.
I feel like I probably would have been a little more involved in it personally. Yeah. But
I would too.
I wasn't there.
I would too, but I think the father did the best he could with. Actually, he did the best he could. He even took off work to go yell at the school because he believed his son.
You hear the phone call too, and he's calling the school, and he's like all angry, and then eventually the guy's like, "We have nobody in that name." He's
the guy's like,
you hear the silence, like the knowingness pour over him as he realizes his son is a schmuck and no good flubber, liar.
Anyway, so what I was saying was that listen. Do you know how much effort it is to be a murderer? Beefy, think about that. Even the idea of having to go to the store, buy bleach, buy the ropes, then I have to kill you, wrap your head around the ropes, then I have to wait till you pass out, cut you up, clean the walls.
Forget it.
So much work. I'm exhausted. Just after the bleach, and I have to clean all this mess.
Just get a job. It's easier.
Exactly. I'd be like, oh God, wait, no, I can't do it. Okay. Beefy, I absolutely don't like you.
So mean. Why? What did I do?
That's the thing. You didn't do anything.
Just sat
I'm playing.
With the squirrel face the whole time.
I'm playing. It's when I have a good time, I get very stupid and silly. And
are you pressuring me for a face reveal? Is that what's happening right now?
What? Oh no. Actually, I wouldn't mind, but no, I'm not pressuring anything.
Okay, good.
No,
it's not happening.
No, it's not gonna happen. I'm sure one day, let's say if you ever go on a media tour, I have to see how you look like, right?
No, I know we talked about this.
I know. Wait. I know we talked about this, but wait. What if the media tour is in like Hawaii or something? You're not gonna come to Hawaii?
Yeah, I lived out in Hawaii for a year. I know all the good.
Okay,
spots.
fine. What if the media tour is in like Fiji or something?
If it's in Hawaii, I'm going.
Exactly. So eventually you'd be like,
I'm going. I'll put on.
Imagine I'm like, because I don't know how you look like. Or I'm like, hello, have you met? Are you? And then you fucking with me like, I don't know who that is. I would, right?
This is the way I do, because you recognize the voice in my life.
Complete jerk you would be.
I was thinking I was gonna get like a one of those luchador masks, like Rey Mysterio from the WWF, like in the shape of a squirrel, with the eyes and the buck teeth.
And then you're gonna hang out with me and Chris with the mask on.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
No, I'm sure behind the scenes or whatever.
What does that have
show you my face, but everyone else can't see.
I know. No, it's okay. I'll just take a picture of your face.
What's going on? You're gonna dox me? Oh, for real. I'll stare. How could you? I thought we were close.
No, I could never. Please, I could never. No. Yeah.
This has been a ton of fun, man. The Zodiac thing was good, right?
Zodiac thing is really good. You're really good at it.
I can't wait for week 3. It's gonna be crazy.
And I can't wait for us to get to the other criminals like Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy.
Yeah. I think the Bonner family next. The Bonner family.
Yeah, I never heard about these lunatics. They're not lunatics. They're just stranded. By the way, did they all die at the end?
No, some of them lived.
The trauma. I can't.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
We'll dive into it. This was back in like the 1700s, so it was like totally different life.
Oh yeah, totally different life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like if you ever go out, you don't know if you're ever going to see your family again. Okay, fine.
Yeah, every time, baby, every time you got to kiss your kids goodbye.
Yeah, you get a little cut in the finger, and then you have dysentery. Not dysentery, sepsis, and then you die.
Sepsis, yeah, blood infection,
yeah. Okay, right, guys, look, guys, this was, as usual, really fun. Beefy, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
I love this. I can't wait till week 3.
I know. So, guys, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. If you're listening to us on YouTube, hi. Maybe you're seeing this. Hello. If you're not, you could check us out on YouTube. If you want, check us out on Spotify as well. Right, Beefy? Did I miss something out?
No, that's it for now.
Very good.
Big things to come.
Big things to come.
Keep them peepers peeled.
Peeled. I find that word very funny. It's a weird thing. And then, wait, you know what other word I found very funny? Okay, you ready? That's what's up. I don't know why that word makes me laugh. I have no idea what that's what's up makes me giggle. Yeah, it's so stupid. Every time I hear that song, I go, what? And then yada 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 yada. Oh my god. I don't understand why these words.
You know what word I always found
make
weird?
me giggle. Go ahead.
Up dog. You ever heard of up dog?
No, what is that? What is that?
What's what?
Up dog. What's that?
Oh man, you were so close. What's what?
Are you messing with me?
Okay, the joke you're supposed to, it's so funny. You're supposed to ask, what's up, dog? And then I say, nothing much, you.
What's up, dog? Okay, I'm foreign. It went through my head. What's happening? What's happening? I don't understand.
So close. It would have been a total air horn moment.
What's up, dog?
Yeah. Nothing much, you. Wait, did we just get it? Hang on.
Oh my god! Good thing I'm black. You can't see me blush.
Air horn. Where is
what?
It? Yes, it happened.
I'm so lost. What is happening?
Best ending.
I need a translator. What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
Nothing much. You.
What am I missing? What is going on? What's happening?
Everybody else is laughing hysterically.
What is happening? I'm telling my mom.
Oh God, that was
I'm telling mommy, Beefy.
All right, man.
Okay. Bye, guys. You can make fun of me, and I have to Google. What the hell is that? Okay, I'll ask Chris.
He's gonna search "What's up, dog." Oh God, please.
What is going on?
We'll see you in the next episode, guys.
See you next episode. And goodbye. Beefy bye.
Bye-bye.
End transmission.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, so that's the ad. Listen, my friend.
Were you playing that up for the camera? Or is you really?
I wasn't. What the hell is that? What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? Like, what's going on, animal? What's going on, the dog? How's the dog doing?
So dog is a euphemism for like my boy, like homie, like what's up, dog? What's up, homie? So you ask, what's up, dog? Nothing much, you?
That's why I was like, I don't understand what your dog has to do with this. I was like, I don't get it.
He's like, Beefy, yeah, what about him?
I don't get it. I was like, I don't understand. Why are we talking about a dog? I don't understand.
We're keeping this. This is staying in. This is staying in.
What is going on?
Oh, God.